Got it.
Yeah,
We
let's
are there.
go.
Okay, I'm sorry I don't know how to turn off
Ah,
the beeps, but you all know me, and you know I know it's so annoying, right? Um, anyway, welcome. I'm 3 minutes late. Terribly sorry, but we'll get
right on
started.
time. Right
Yes,
on time.
thank you, darling. That's Brick Patrick, who I love. He's a fellow director, actor, everythingness. He's an adapter. He's been doing this for 20 years. And I can go through a lot of what he's done. I like him to tell you, but just briefly, um, well, they don't need to know the adaptions, but the newest one I'm going to talk to you about, and I'm going to have Brick tell you everything else. He has a show on right now that everybody should see on Netflix. It's called Detective Hole. All right, write that down. And you have to, of course, see the dub, because it is one of the most brilliant shows, and I don't say that lightly, that I have seen in years. And it's not only a great show, but it's the actors, the direction, the adaptation is just divine. So I didn't say who I was because I think you all know me because I'm so vain. Um, but it's Mimi Maynard here. Paulette's on a plane to Peru. We are the voice masters. And what else? Well, I think most of you know what we do. We're direct voice directors, casting directors, producers, um, everything. You name it, we do it. We've been doing this for several years together, and we both direct and we both cast and we both work. Paulette's won 2 Emmys. What can I tell you? Most of you know it because everybody here pretty much knows us. So the most important thing is that you know Brick. He has a plethora of information for all of you. And I'm so glad you came here. You're going to be so valuable
Oh, this is
to
fun.
this
I love
whole
it.
group. Um, so, Brick, let's start with the beginning, more or less a reader's digest of how you got into this. I know you're
Oh
an actor
boy.
first,
Yes. Yeah. Of how I got specifically into the dubbing world or
into the
VO
dubbing. That's
world.
your. We'll just go through. You're an actor.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm an actor. Always kind of have been. I think from a kid, I always knew. I think I was always creative. I think now they call it ADHD.
Mhm.
But but I was like, I am definitely not gonna do something normal. And during like Christmas and stuff, I would come up and do entire comedy shows for my whole family. I have a big Irish family. My mother had, you know, 6 sisters, and we would all get together, and I was the entertainment. So I would come up and do impressions for my family at Christmas. And flash forward, I went to school, went to college, went to graduate school at Irvine undergrad, and I'm from Montana, right?
Mhm.
And after all of that happened, I just hit the streets, worked a whole bunch. I love acting. It's such a passion. I still feel like if I ever feel stagnant, if I do a show or something, it kind of just wakes you up in your body.
Mhm.
And then I stepped into the dubbing world because, Ezra Weiss, who's a great director.
Another one.
Um,
Yes.
yeah, he's incredible, and he cast me. He gave me a shot as a lead on Cable Girls years ago, right?
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, Cable Girls. I was Detective Cristobal, right? So I was like, what? And so I stepped in, and when I watched the first, like I learned, I'm so grateful to him because I learned so much from him in general, but especially like listening back to when I was dubbing, I was like, oh my God, I had no like first off, the guy I was dubbing was like really like monotone. He was like Jason Statham, like I am the beekeeper, kind of like in every line. And I was like, how am I? And Ezra'd be like, I need a little bit more color. And then I'm like, okay, I'm trying to match this guy. But from that, because he was that way, I had to find different ways to make him dynamic. and it really pushed me beyond my limits of like immediately put me into like, okay, learn all the tricks within a couple of weeks of how to do this. And still, when I watch that first season, it's like I'm like, oh man. But I clicked in like later on as it went along. And so that was my intro to dubbing. And I just thought when I went in there, I was like, oh, this is it's just so much fun to do. It's very different than any other
Yes.
medium of what we do as actors. Yeah. It's like you still get to like there's audiobooks and there's like but you get to use your whole body and it's such a physical experience that I loved that. I was like, "Oh, this is wonderful." I still get to like move and you know, add all of these little different colors. And there's a bit of like when I started out doing impressions as a kid, there's a bit of like you have to be a chameleon and you got to find a way to get into this other person's skin. You got to like,
Yes.
and it's such a weird thing. Like when it works really well, you're like, oh my God, I found the key to this person. But um, that's how I got introed to it was Cable Girls. And my wife had been doing it for a while
She's
and
fantastic.
she's the best. Yeah. Maybe I'm partial, but she's the best. My wife's the
No, she's the best and a fabulous actress.
She is, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm. Whenever I watch her work, I'm like, okay, I know nothing. Like she's
Pretty
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where the journey started, and you know I got lucky. I don't know. I don't know how the
Now,
other way to put it. Well, and in a way of like certain things aligned on the journey where I was like,
yes, you
you're
got
like,
in
oh, how did
early.
I? Yeah, I did. I got in early, but also I yeah, there was a couple of happenstance things that happened
Hmm.
that allowed me to expand in the dubbing world that I wouldn't have got if I wasn't in the right place, right time. It's so weird,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I want to ask you because this is really it's I wanted your perspective because do um you do adapt a lot of these
yes.
shows. You've adapted at least two of mine, which Troll and Troll the sequel.
T2, let's go. I
And
love those
so
troll
yeah,
movies. I love a monster movie.
I know you and such a great just how to adapt from translation to this to English. And I wanted you to explain to these guys about because it is a different craft, it's a different world. You have to
Absolutely.
really understand what this is as an actor because we're not watching ourselves. We have to do it all through voice.
Yes,
And through all
absolutely.
those idiosyncratic behaviors that we do and all those nuances we have to develop. Can you give like a bird's eye view as to what you look for? Because you do so much directing as well as adapting
Yeah.
and acting. Can you talk to these guys about what you look for
I
when,
mean, I've got opinions on this. Like, you're saying from the actor or just what I'm looking for when I'm adapting or because
yes, no, 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 what, yeah, what, no, let's start with the acting.
okay.
Because adapting is different. I just gave that an addendum.
Yeah.
You're looking
No, that
for an actor. What do
yes.
you look for what's the
I
process
mean,
for you?
so here the process is because I mean, what I'm looking for obviously is authenticity. It's such a weird word, but literally the best advice I could give to any actor out there is have some clip or video of your voice online. You have no many times where I'm like, oh, I want to hire this person, and I'll Google them and I'll be like, nothing, not an image, like that, not a single recorded piece of their voice online. So, I mean, a lot of the times I am sitting there, I'm looking at this original character. I'll be like looking through an actor like database or somebody who's went to a SAG workshop or just Like
Hmm.
because I got a shot as an unknown, every project I do, I try to give someone a shot. Like absolutely minimum like three new voices. I do this on every show I
Right.
do.
Right.
And then I'll be watching the video of the person. And I just so we can request a slice of dialogue from someone. But I'm telling you what, if I can see you in an interview or a podcast or even just, hi, how's it going? I'm Brick and this is my voice and this is what I say. I'm talking to your best friend in a Instagram clip. I can watch the other character and be like, oh, okay. And also, what I'm looking for when I say authenticity is sometimes you'll be like, oh, I'm the bad guy, right?
Hmm.
So you'll get the sides, and it's like all of a sudden they start talking like this, and they're
Oh
doing
no.
this whole thing, and I'm hearing it, and I'm like, I have no idea what this person sounds like. I've got 70 roles to cast, and
Hmm.
you've just taken yourself out of 70 of them, like
Yes. Yes.
to go after this one that's gonna go to the guy who sounds like Nosferatu naturally. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So by saying, okay, they're casting me as Nosferatu, I'm gonna look at that audition and go, hey, what's up? I'm in the castle. It's me, Nosferatu. And then they listen like, well, he's not Nosferatu, but he's Ben. He's definitely Ben. Like, and I'm listening to their voice, and just because you're not right for that character, I'm listening to you and plugging you into some other slot. Is this helpful? Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yes.
And
Now,
so,
let me ask you a question.
yeah.
Uh, just to interject, when you say a voice, because we're getting a lot of chats here, you mean
Okay.
people's natural speaking voice.
Yeah, absolutely. And this will happen a lot. Hey, what's up, Ozzy? I see you. I remember Ozzy at that SAG workshop. Sorry. So anyways, my ADHD is kicking in. So then what I'll do for a natural voice is like when you meet someone and you're like, hey, how are you? Hey, I'm Ozzy. Nice to meet you. And you're saying something. And then they'll get into the booth, they'll put headphones on, and be like, oh, let's go for one. And then all of a sudden they start talking like this. And
Oh
they're
no.
they're they're back in this weird place, which it's fine. It's just a technical thing. And a lot of people will be like, so the note you'll get from a director is louder, right? Which
Oh,
all they're saying and what they're meaning to say is that when you put headphones on, a natural thing happens where all of a sudden this pillow talk voice comes out and you're like, hey, I saw you at the store yesterday with Claire, and you're there. And really, I just need you to place your voice back in
right.
its natural place and say, hey, I saw you at the store yesterday with Claire. And I can hear that whatever your Starbucks order voice, and I hate Starbucks, so let me go to a different, whatever your local coffee shop, not Starbucks order is, because like boycott, right?
That's what
Um,
you want to hear.
yeah, right. So, like, whatever, when you walk up and go, hi, how's it going? I'll get a venti, blah, blah, blah. That's, I
Yeah.
think what I would say is your authentic voice. Not to say that you might come in and I'd be like, hey, you're doing nine people today. I need to pitch you up. I need to pitch you down. We're going to
Right.
find different things. Like, hey, that's going to happen. Okay. But,
All the time.
but if I can hear where you land when you're on the phone with your brother, or your sister or your best buddy, like whatever that tone is, and it's so strange because I'm a director. I will direct you into that voice, whether you like it or not when you come in, because I cannot record anything else. So I'm like stuck. Like I need you. I need you to show up, you know? And so I will find a way to get that voice out of you if it's doing nine different tricks of being like, oh, what are you doing for spring break? Oh, I'm going to this. Oh, I want that. Let's try one with that guy. Like I'll find a way to get it to come out. But that voice allows me to appropriately cast you in all these roles that I'm looking for. Does that make sense, Mimi?
Yes, of course. Guys, I hope
Yeah.
that makes sense to you. My second question. So, if
Yeah.
somebody, well, there's two prongs to this. Um, so somebody has a commercial reel, okay?
Yeah.
Uh, unless it's animation, guys, do not, I repeat, do not send animation reels for dubbing. Okay? That's a no-no. But in terms of a commercial reel, how do you feel about that? Or do you want just the actor just talking naturally? And
That's what I'm looking for.
okay, that's
I
what
mean,
I
because
look for
basically, when
too.
I look like an anime, like a commercial, really, like this summer at Chili's, like that gets me a lot of something. I guess I'm like,
Yeah,
okay, but I
natural voice.
usually when I look at somebody's website, they're like, here's my this reel and here's my this reel, and then they
I
go,
know.
here's my booth test. And they're like, "Hey, how's it going? I'm Brick. This is what it sounds. I'm on a
Yeah.
Shure mic. I'm inside of my booth." That I will listen. I will listen to that to
Yeah.
Cass
Okay. That's very
because
important for
does
everyone
that
to
make
know.
sense?
No,
That's
it's very important that everybody hears this.
That's why I'm saying any video of you talking on the like I don't care if you record yourself saying like, "Hi, I'd like a large cheeseburger delivered at 3 o'clock," and you record it. I just need your voice because I'm
Mhm,
watching the original character and I'm going like, "Oh, I like this tone for this." Oh, and they could do, and
mhm.
I know I'm a director. Like I said, whether you like it or not, when you come in, we're gonna find that voice that you did in
You
that
are.
video. We're gonna
You
find
are.
that voice,
And you
and, and,
do.
and it's fun, and it's fun. It's
Right.
like how many times do you get to just be like, oh, like I love character work. I'm an Adler guy. Like I've done years of theater. Like cast me as this crazy thing, and all that's authentic. And sometimes you might have to do that, but your natural voice working for you because the person who's done this dub and we love them and they've created it over in Germany or Norway or
Hmm.
Spain or Mexico and it comes to us and they've worked 4 months on it and they've done all the character work and you show up day one, no script, and you got to do everything they did in about, oh, we're starting in 5 minutes. It's like this is the task we've been given. So if your natural voice, the qualities of it automatically solve a lot of problems, and then you're coming in, it's going to be so easy for you. You're like, oh my God, that was easy. But really, it was very hard. It was very hard.
Well, well, it's actually harder for us because we're
Yeah.
listening to the
Yeah.
voices to try and match the original content because I work
Absolutely.
exactly like you do. Um, but that being said,
Yes.
it really helps guys to have an acting background because you're
Oh,
going to have
absolutely.
to, this is all great, but you have to have an acting background or at least be studying because
Oh,
you
absolutely.
have to know how to do character work because that's what this is. And
And I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
right, right,
Quickly. Oh, absolutely. And no, but you I never walk in. I've never experienced somebody who's walked in who's not like we need actors. Like this
right,
is like
right.
the reason why like I did, we've done like you said like 20 years of play. I cut my teeth on the stage and I've done film and all that stuff comes into play where we've all done improv or you have to go into an audition and they're like here's the sides, you got 5 minutes. That's kind of what dubbing is.
Hmm.
And your director is your Sherpa. I saw somebody say comment like 5 minute prep time, how luxurious, right?
Hmm.
But there's a way about it that I feel really lovely about it because I think acting is not a mental exercise. I think it's a sport. I think all of this is physical.
Hmm.
Any great athlete knows like you try to win the game and sometimes you might not. Like that's just the
Hmm.
reality. Like you might walk in there and fight, you're like, holy shit, I lost today's game, but you can get back on the horse again. And I'm saying this in the fact of like when you walk in for your dubbing session, it is a little bit like a game. It's like you're like
Hmm.
huddle up. We got to run these plays. All right. Here's the context that you need to go off of. We're gonna figure this out together. And there's an excitement to it that like Mimi, the people who do this well they go from building and building and booth to booth and they're just in there all the time because to do it well it's crazy and we all know the names like
Yeah.
the names of the people where and I like in the same time of like me hiring 2 or 3 new people an episode I need like at least two of those guys. I need at least 2 sessions where I can sit back and be like, oh, Sean Burgos hits this once
Yes.
and he's off and
Yeah. I
running.
knew you were going to say Sean.
I mean,
Um,
there's a lot.
yeah.
I mean, Jennifer some, but like, there's so many
Oh,
incredible
Jennifer.
VO artists.
Great.
Like,
Yes.
we all know them. And as a director, um, you go, wow. And in the same breath, you don't have to be that. Like these people have
No.
done it. Like like it's like Peyton Manning's had enough snaps in his life. Like I love having a new actor come in. My favorite are the actors who come in and are incredible and are like, "Am I doing this right?" And I'm like, "Oh, dude, you just keep cooking. Like, do
I'll
not worry.
let you know.
Whatever you if you being insecure and hating what you're doing is getting me these reads, stay
Hmm.
there. Like, I don't want to see you on your game, you know."
I have a question
Um,
for you. I have a
yes,
question. I'm going to open it up to questions. I'm sure people have a million questions to ask you.
yeah,
So we're sent sites,
yeah,
okay, to read,
yes,
and we don't know what the hell it is. We have to make it up.
yes,
So
yes,
you want basically, you are saying basically to keep it in as much of your own tone as possible. Even
yeah,
though
and
it
it's
might be a very dramatic scene, whatever, we get all kinds of stuff and we don't know what it is.
yes,
And you've got to make it up, really. But
yeah,
you're saying keep it as much in your own tone as possible, correct?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think there's a tricky thing about getting those sides
Yeah.
because I'm an actor. Like
Mm-hmm.
I hear a stilted read and I'm like, they just got those side. Like I'm not throwing off. Like
Mm-hmm.
I know I can get you there. I'm not like, oh my God, what like because I'm an actor. Like I don't. I'm not speaking for every director, but I just want to make sure that people understand that we understand what you're given. You might not even have a scene partner, and you're just reading the lines. Um,
No, there's no scene partners
yeah,
usually.
exactly. No, there's no like sometimes people do have readers, but you're just reading these lines.
Yeah.
And so everybody understands that. Everybody gets that. And but the piece of advice I would give to speak to what you're speaking about natural tone and your natural tone seems like a mental thing to me. I'm just a that's just a everything's prescriptive. If I find that you're back in this place, I'm just like, "Oh, okay. Just bring your voice where
Mhm.
you and you know how you talk to your friend or when you get on the phone, like where that placement is. That's more of a technical thing. I think the
Mhm.
thing that's automatically going to get you there is physicality. So if I'm doing an audition, I'm
Mhm.
not just like basically if I hear in a dub while I'm recording someone like somebody sitting in a voice booth in Burbank, I'm dead in the water. Like I like everything we can to get the illusion of not sounding like what we're actually doing. So
Right.
if I get the sides and it's something from like, you know, let's say like I'm the only thing that's coming to mind is that old Brando movie like it wasn't him, Charlie, it was you that night at the garden, you know.
Mhm.
If I hear you go like it wasn't him, Charlie, it was you that night at the garden. You said it was my shot and it's like a little bit of reedy to it. It's probably I'm gonna get through it, but as long as it's in your natural voice, I can place you. But I would get as physical as you can, as far as like not
Yes,
affecting the mic. But I would be like, it wasn't him, Charlie. It was you that night at the
exactly.
garden.
Bring it
You gave me
into
my
the essence
shot.
of
You
the
could like,
character.
yeah, and like get. I mean, we're just, you know, be good.
Be good. Be
Hashtag
good.
be good.
I I I love this.
But
I
but if you're in your body, you can't be in your head. The two
no,
can't exist. It's like
no,
you
no,
can't drink all night and go to the gym at 5
no,
a.m.
no.
Like
We
if you're in your head, there are things that you can do to just be like, oh, okay, like how can I get this in my body? And usually the quickest hack is like, okay, you're talking to your best friend. So I know
mm,
my buddy Rizzo. I know and I'm like, and I'll just say, even before I do the take, I'll go, yo, Rizzo, it wasn't him, it was you that night at the garden. You did, and I'll go into it and I'll just cut the yo Rizzo off
right,
and
right,
send it in, you know?
right. I agree. I also feel like as long as the actor puts something into their audition, they have to.
Yeah.
But no, there's a fine line, guys, of
Yeah.
what we're listening for. And I think that's most directors, unless it's animation, which is a different thing, okay?
Different deal.
Keep
Yeah.
it real and grounded. We call it
Absolutely.
get out of the room. You can't be two places at once. So
Yeah.
if you're listening to yourself, you've really screwed yourself, okay? Be in the
On the
moment with
waterfront.
what you're doing. Right. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of people here. So
Oh,
I
great.
don't know how we're going to do this because I can't see everybody for some reason. So I don't know who can be in charge. Can you see both sides of the screen? It's only letting me see. Why is this happening? There's usually an arrow but I don't have it on this. Very weird. I can't see who wants to share for the whole thing. So who can see the whole screen, both sides of it? Okay, Steph, can you tell me who's raising their hand? And
Yes, I would love to.
okay, darling.
What up?
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm raising my hand.
Go first.
Don't normally do that, but I am inspired.
Love it.
God, I feel so emotional right now. I have a background in acting also, and I saw somebody ask how to get into dubbing. I took Mimi and Paulette's dubbing class with Ozzy was in there.
Oh,
And hi.
nice.
And it
Double
was
shout out for
amazing.
Ozzy. What up? You're popular.
It was amazing. It was such a great experience. I just thought I have to do this. Because I wanted to do voiceover work and it brings the two together so wonderfully. And I love your story that you were in the right place at the right time and that you try to give people a chance. So uh, I've
Absolutely.
obviously never done it before, but I wanted to know how to get a voice script to you.
Well, that will do.
Yeah,
You'll tell
we
them
can
how they
definitely
can
do that.
get to you, in terms
Absolutely.
of you probably have a your own, you know, email for all this, so people can
Yeah,
send you
absolutely. Yeah.
the booth auditions, right?
Yes.
That you're talking about.
And
So
I think, to that point though, like showing up to the workshops, showing up to
very
classes, like
important.
I seek that stuff out. Like I will call up, be like, hey, can you and if you ever send me an audition, I will listen to it. Like without a doubt. Like I'm an actor. I know. Like I sit there sometimes and you'll spend an hour like a day of your life doing a self-tape and you're like, will they see this? Like,
Yes.
yes, yes, I will. If it's ever a project I'm where I will listen to every single audition.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. You do. You do.
I mean, I just because I'm an actor and the right place and right time stuff like you're saying, like because somebody dropped out of the adaptation workshop and I got in there and it was me and Ziana, who's another great adapter.
Mhm.
We got the gig and it was like, but I just felt like it's weird. Like I probably felt some reason for dubbing as a medium for me, like whatever's going on in my brain, it just all clicked. I was like, I get all of this. Like it's weird. It's a weird, weird thing when that kind of arrives where I'm like, oh, I'll be a monster for this. And I do a lot of work. Like I do probably um, give more than the average bear, but I always have, and I feel like when a dub works and when you see it, a beautiful piece of writing in a dub, and you're in good hands with a dub like Troll or that
They know.
Harry Hola, like you're like, oh, I'm in good hands, and there's an opportunity to write great dialogue. But I'm one of the few, I think, who's an actor first, then went to writing, and then went to directing. So I know how the writing is treating the director, and I know how
Right.
the actor is treating. Like I know it's almost like if you know how to make the next person down the line's job easier, which I can give all those helpful hints. But
Yeah,
as far
because
as
you're writer, director,
yeah,
actor. You're
yeah,
actor,
actor.
director,
I'm a
writer.
hybrid. I've
Yeah.
always been a hybrid, and I've
And
always
that's
hated it
the
when I was young. I
it
was like,
is
can I be just one thing?
it's
But then now that
invaluable.
I'm older, I'm like, I'm embracing the slash.
Oh,
You
no,
know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
It's everything. It's everything for these guys to know because really it's all kind of connected,
Yeah,
especially
it is.
if you do have a background in acting. So, all right,
Yeah.
I don't want to hold this up because we only have a certain amount of time. Teresa,
Oh,
And I'm
okay, go
yapping.
ahead.
and then
Hello
Corey.
there. Hi. I grew up doing puppetry. I was in high school plays, and got a BA in acting from college. And then I started voiceover in 2020. I found out about voiceover. I do improv comedy. Just a little bit about my background, and I
Nice.
plan on taking the New York City dubbing class coming up in June. I'm really excited about that, so I just wanted to mention that to you.
Great. Yeah. I mean, improv, all that comes into play. And I think once you get on your feet in the dubbing class and see what it is because it's such a unique medium. It will kind of uh, remove all the illusions of what this is. But
Great.
yes,
Thank you.
Corey.
Thanks, me. Hey, Brick. It's really nice to meet you.
nice to
My
meet you.
name's yeah, my name's Corey Holland. I'm a voice actor rep by Dean Panero. And I just wanted to know, how do you think dubbing has changed a lot? Because I have friends that do like localized scripts, and I know like rates are falling for them. A lot of people are afraid of AI, but at the same time,
Yeah.
there's a lot, like you're saying, a lot of dubs that are just really really impressive. I was particularly impressed with Godzilla minus one.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that was
Greg
great.
Chun had like a monologue that just like really stood out to me.
That was a
Um,
masterclass, and that's a great film.
It
And
is.
they had the bells and whistles, obviously,
yeah.
because
They
it's
do.
So
Godzilla.
how can we? I know you can't always achieve that highest level of quality if you don't always have the time. But with like falling rates and time being of the
I
essence,
don't know.
how do you get there?
I just feel like you can always get there. But this is my mentality. And when you fall short, you're like, at least I tried. Like I'm not
Yeah,
going in like, well, we can't get there. Like I'm like, we're gonna get there, hell or high water. And then when you don't, you're just kind of like, oh, I wish I just had one. I'm dealing with it right now, and it keeps me up at night. I'm like, I just wish I had one more day with that actor, and I had to
yeah,
kind of live with stuff, you know. But to answer your broader question about dubbing, I just feel like I love dubs and I watch dubs. Now, when you see the first one that actually blew my mind is I had no idea Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon wasn't dubbed until like later in life, and I was like, oh my god, because I saw the dub and it was so good. And
Hmm.
same with like Godzilla minus one, I was like,
That was
wow, it can
great.
be that level of where it just
Great.
and so the barometer on this, Corey, is like, are if you're in another room cooking, will somebody be like, "What dub are you watching?" Now, if somebody ever does that to one of my dubs, I will I'll like jump in a lake, right?
yeah,
Like I want somebody in the other, like, "What show are you watching?" Like, oh, this, like, and then them like after halfway through his episode, be like, "Oh, it's a dub." Like that's what you like. Hopefully, like to the end of it, you want them going like, "Wait, is it?" That's
Yeah.
where you want to be,
yeah.
and I think for my money, there's a lot of contributing factors. I feel like I've finally arrived like in the pocket of where I want things to live.
Hmm.
And you're like wanting to get it to that place. And it truly, God, it's I think it's getting better and better. I feel like with the rates and everything, I mean, everything right now globally is like a gigantic, you know, exploitation factory America,
Hmm.
like they
Sure,
always have,
sure.
but we have billionaires, so that's the trade-off. You gotta we gotta support this billionaire class. Don't even
Right.
get me started. Like I am so upset about all of that because I really do feel like even when I produce or something, I want
Yes.
to do profit sharing. Like I'm in a different mindset. But we're in this situation, and here we are, and we're leading lives of value. And if they push us far enough, I think people will stand up and be like, "All
Yeah.
right, enough,
Yeah.
enough." So it is a valid point. However, what I try to do is like, okay, do my best work. And when it comes time to, tear Jeff Bezos off of his throne, I'll be there by
Yeah.
somebody's side. God bless, peace and
So it
love.
sounds more like you've sort of like honed and improved the approach rather than having to
Oh,
completely change it nowadays.
Yeah. No, I just feel like the human element, like if AI is taking over everything at once, they're gonna have such a huge problem with that if they push this, as far as like what's gonna happen to them. Like, yeah, fine, AI could do everything, but what are we gonna do? Like, are we just gonna
Right.
be in Wall-E? We're gonna just like sit on our chairs and with VR screens on and be like, I'll go to the park today. Beep. Like, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
People I think there's going to be a wild revolution of people wanting community again, wanting theater, wanting to be around each other, wanting to
I
speak
feel
to each
that
other,
too. Yeah.
because that's the only game in town. And so I do feel with the voiceover community, it's such lovely people, and the advocacy that we've had, as
so
far as
great.
I've seen from the top, is anti-AI. So as long as that continues and we have people in strategic positions to be like, nah, like you're gonna watch an AI football game? Like really? Like,
Right.
oh, who's gonna win? Like, oh boy, like it's just dumb. Like acting is a sport. This is a very difficult thing to do. That's why when it's achieved at a high level, it's like that's the miracle, and it feels like you hit a home run. And so for me with dubbing, um, my approach now is the way that I put it is like I want things kind of gathered from the center of the earth and brought up.
Uh-huh.
A lot of dubs that you hear, they're pulling from the sky and like, hey, how are you? And they're living here and they're like layered on the top. And I want like, hey, how are you? Like, how are like
Grounded.
it's like,
Real.
yeah, it's like it's coming. So a lot of times it's just whatever I have to do to direct someone to do that. If it's like if at the end of the day I'm like, just try standing on one foot and that works, I'm like, sorry, you're standing on one foot for the rest of the day. No, I'm kidding. That'll never happen. But we'll find it. We find it together. It's just we're running plays, and when you find it and when it sinks in, it's so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And overall with dubbing, it's a weird thing because you're kind of we're honoring this original performer. That's the like it's the same like when you're in theater, like we're honoring the writer. You're honoring this original performer who's took a year of their life to make this thing, and they've given you all the keys, every whisper, every grunt, every breath, every time they come down and they talk to somebody, and it's never going to go back here unless it does, like 1% of the time. But we're kind of really tuning in. You'll get 2 previews to kind of tune all that in, to kind of look at it and see it and absorb it. And you'll get quicker and quicker as you run the plays. And the point of it is not to like make it your own, sadly enough. We're trying to make it them.
Serve it.
It's a
Yeah.
weird thing. That's what the weird part about it. It's like you're doing karaoke, you're doing Madonna, everybody knows a song, and you're trying to sound exactly like Madonna. Exactly. Like with that, like so if somebody closes their eyes, they're like, oh my gosh, she's here. And that's the target we're aiming at. And to answer your question, when you fall short, just go, hey man, we aimed for the target.
That's
Love to
exactly
hear it.
right.
Well, thanks, Brick.
Yeah, I appreciate
Great.
you.
Oh God, we got a bunch of people. Okay. Another 3 questions and that's it. Uh, who is next? Randy?
Ozzy.
Ozzy. Thank you, Steph.
The famous Aussie.
I'm muted.
You're
Okay, there I
yeah.
am. Hi, Vivi.
Okay.
Hi, Brick. Good to see you
Hey,
again.
good to see you.
So I had a question. So when it comes to dubbing auditions, so your
Yeah.
first take, make it natural, your natural emotion. But what do you
Yeah.
do for a second take? Or should you do a second take?
I mean, pretty much I'll listen to both takes if they're there, but as long as, it's difficult because I'm not looking for different attacks. I'm just
Mm,
looking for
tone.
somebody that I'm gonna run into at the store. If I'm like, "Hey, excuse me, are you next in line?" Yeah, I am. As long as they're not, yeah, I am. I'm like, well, I don't know who that person is. Like I'm not if I'm not seeing it in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as long as the reads are like well grounded, you only really need one, and as long as it's in your natural tone.
Yeah.
So the main thing is just making sure you're focusing on those basic things of connection and getting,
Mhm.
like I said, if you're in your body, like if it's like, oh man, you spilled that drink, and is the delivery, I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. If I hear somebody like, oh man, you spilled that drink, like then I'm like, oh, they're alive, they're
Yeah.
they're tinkering around. So I would do, like, if you're gonna hand in two, I would try to do the grounded one as much as possible and then lean more physical. I wouldn't switch it up as far as volume and different things. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good to see you.
Who's next, Steph?
Ed Moskowitz.
Ed.
Hey, hi, Mimi.
Hi,
Hi,
Doug.
Brick. Pleasure
Hi,
to meet you
Ed.
today. So,
Pleasure.
I somebody else said it earlier. I think it was Stephanie said about being really inspired today from you.
Mm.
Oh,
Acting is a
dope.
sport, and
Yes.
and boy, does that ring home.
Right.
That's the line from today. Acting is a sport. And just like the way you get to Carnegie Hall is practice, practice, practice.
Yes.
And Mimi stressing the thing about having an acting foundation. sometimes you can come to that foundation from other places
Yes, you can.
because
Absolutely.
in my case in particular, I spent decades behind the console
Yeah.
listening to actors before I went, I want to do that finally.
Hmm.
And it's just, you got to do it over again. And to everybody on this call, if you have the chance to take that dubbing class from Mimi and Paulette, don't freaking hesitate, right? I mean, Ozzy has said it, Stephanie has said it, I've done it several times. It is invaluable. But even if you're not
Absolutely.
here and available, there are classes everywhere. There are workshops, and you got to do it. You
Yep.
just got to do it because you never know, if you want.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for that inspiration.
Absolutely. Thank you.
The story about it being a sport hits
Yes.
home because that's sort of where I started from,
Hmm.
being at Angels game with the guy who sits next to me, who's a promo artist, who's a promo
Yep.
trailer VO, like number 3. And so I said, I want to do what you're doing. And he goes, yeah, sure. So don't give up, guys.
No, never. And talking about, like you're saying, getting the reps. I mean, and getting into the class and do all you're just getting on the field and you're around other people who are doing the same thing, and your ability to physically like catch the pass 1,000 times like this. Then when you're in the booth and the ball comes at you, immediately it's just in your bones. It is a physical like sport, and in the same breath of what you're talking about, having a different background, that's a unique thing about sports and like acting is there's natural ability. Like you can meet a guy who plays basketball down at Venice Beach every day who might be able to do something against a pro, be dangerous with them, like, and step on. And if you've got that passion, acting's a strange thing where you could, there's naturals in sports. So, no, trusting that. And if you hear that voice of like, this is something that brings me joy, you got to do it, for the love of the game, right?
Yes, for the love of the game.
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you,
Awesome.
sweetheart.
Thank you.
Randy,
Yeah.
is it Randy?
Yes. Hi,
Okay.
Brick. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Randy. Nice to meet you.
I miss you, Mimi. Little love
Aw,
clap. So, let's pretend you're an act. I'm an actor, 30 years. Got it all. Got the thing. Did it. Got the button and all that shit. Um, when you send out an email for, I mean, you send an audition, is there a technical side to this? Is there someone's a great actor, but is there a technical side to this? And what do you send out when you send out sides for an audition for dubbing? Dumbing? Freudian
Dubbing.
slip.
No, I feel you.
Dubbing. What is it? How does it differ from the stuff I get all the time for on-camera stuff? Is it
Yeah, I mean,
just, I guess what I'm trying to say is, do you send the clip of the person we're going to be
no.
dubbing?
no, no,
No,
no,
you
no,
don't
So,
do
no,
anything
no.
like
now,
that.
sometimes there is a place where you can go in and do work with they're called VTKs. I don't know why I know that. Don't even know what it means. But you go in there and you'll read along with it, and you will get an
Mhm.
opportunity to go in. And that's rare, though. The most, excuse me, welcome to the podcast. The more likely thing is you're going to get sides that are sent to you, and like you to your question, like as long as you don't sound like you're in the bat cave inside of a bathtub, like turned on low, like if your voice sounds clear, obviously if you can get. I mean, the iPhone mics are all right. Just get in a closet or something. Like it's funny because this is what we do when we audition. Like I'll hop in underneath like clothes and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" And you got to do the performance, but as long as it's alive and intimate and your natural voice and clearly heard, but the preparation for it is that you'll have both lines. I guess for me, it's a strange thing because I've done it too long to be even like I've got all the bad habits out of me. So if I get sides, I will just do it. I will jump into it, do it as natural as I can, and then forget about it. Like it's gone. because it's at that point it's just a matter of when I'm listening, are you the I can hear the original actor's voice and I'm listening to you, and if the illusion is working, like you get the gig.
Well, so you're looking to match on some level, but only you know what that sounds like because you don't want us in our
Yes,
heads for
but
that.
then, Randy, you send it in and you're not right for her. I'm like, but she's
Right.
Carol,
For this.
Right,
you.
right,
But if you do a different voice to try to match the person in some weird way, then I don't know where you are and I don't know where to
right.
place you.
Book the
Because
room, not the
I'm
job.
yeah,
Right,
exactly, yeah. Because I'm then I don't know what your voice sounds like. I'm like, there's this thing on top of it trying to be the
right.
character, and I can't then just plug you into another thing, you know.
Talk
And
about some of the bad habits that you've gotten rid of. That's interesting. That was an interesting sentence to me.
yeah, I mean, just like standing still and saying lines. I mean, like,
Ah,
I mean, the bad habits meaning, there, it's a reactionary based thing. So, like, I want to feel that the cultures are moving in the petri dish, meaning oh, hey, pardon me, didn't mean to bump into you there. Look, no, can I have a second of your time? Instead of like, oh, pardon me, didn't mean to bump into you. Can I have a second of your time? Look, I want to feel that this person is like, where are they at? Like, they're pushing through a crowd. Like, all that stuff is to me, I go like, oh, this person is just in this world. Like, I'm seeing the coffee
Behavior.
shop,
Yeah.
not just a person standing in a booth. And so if it's a romantic scene, like, hey, I've never told anybody that, like, just not having it like, it's like the old notes you give yourself, like, what do they know at the end of this scene that they didn't know at the beginning? Did they plan this, or is this all top of dome? What words didn't they know? Like, hey, I'm trying to be romantic, like that. I pulled that out, like rather than I'm just trying to be romantic, like is a very different way to put it. Now, that other one might be appropriate if like they're married 37 years and having an argument, that other one's more appropriate. But so those are the things where you're putting it in the body and giving yourself the opportunity to just sound as natural as you can. Is that helpful?
very much so.
Okay. Yeah.
It's acting, but it's
Yeah,
acting with
exactly.
you have to really think about your surroundings.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where
All
you're
right.
at, what you're doing. Yeah.
And when it clicks, like I'm just saying back to what Ed said, like once you get the reps in, enough reps of doing classes or going to an improv class, like you're going into groundlings or something, all that is just building on this muscle
Oh,
that
I got the
there,
reps.
oh, I know you do. I can
There
hear
My
does.
it,
reps,
Randy. You're
my
already done.
reps
You're
have
Great
believe
reps.
me.
I'm so
voice.
tired of
When
the
you said hello,
reps.
I said, well, you're good. You're good to
Yeah. Now
go.
you can
But
hear
yeah,
she's got a
yeah,
lot of.
no, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So
So,
thank you.
yes.
My
Okay. I'm
reps and bitter. Thank you so much. Thank you.
gonna. Okay. So where can you put in the chat where people can find you to
Yeah,
send
let me
them?
see this here.
You have a lot of people here, but hey,
That's cool.
that's cool for you.
Yeah, go check out that Hari Hula too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, let me see which one would be best because like basically yeah, yeah, yeah. So here would be my email for like sending me a sample or something. Yeah, it's called Detective Hula is the name of the
Oh, it's
series that
hula, not
somebody asked.
hooray. I,
It's like, well, dude, oh my God, maybe get me back. You're gonna give me PTSD. So basically, his name is Harry Hole, is the guy,
I know
and
you
so
couldn't use
immediately,
that.
like, we can't use that. So
No.
Hari Hula is what it is how it's
Okay.
pronounced in, which is like it's like book, like this is what I had to do with all the actors, and
Oh,
then so it's like hula
hula.
a
Okay.
book, but believe me, you know what it's like working on Korean titles too. You're like, oh, okay,
Oh,
we've
oh,
got this.
I'm doing it.
Suyan and
Yeah.
Sian.
Yes,
um,
I get it.
but it's so Detective Hole Hole and Hula, I should say, and it's we had the original actor dub it, but that was one where I felt like I had a little more time and I was able to I would talk with the actors
Mm.
like 20 minutes before we would even record and just be like, hey, this is where this world is. It's very dark series. It's kind of like
Oh, it's
the
brilliant.
movie
Just see it.
Seven, but it's great. Trigger
Brilliant.
warnings in there.
So that you have
Yes.
you put in the chat your where you can be contacted,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank you. You are the best. I
That
love
went by
you.
in a flash.
And I know it went by in a flash, and I have to read what else we're having, because I've got to get on another Zoom. But
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm a little whatever, but I'm going to just do this. Everybody, if you want Brick to hear you, you got the lowdown on what he's looking for in terms of voices. So send him your sample and keep it brief and keep it real. Okay.
That's right.
Thank you so much for being here with us. Just briefly, I want to go over some of this stuff with you. I don't know how much you're going to retain, but you know how to go to get into the Voice Masters classes. Um, the 101 class starts
Thank you.
on May 4th, and it goes May 4th, May 11th, May 18th, and 6/1. And then the business class is starting on May 4th as well. And it goes 6/1 and 7/10. The animation, this animation is sold out, but there's a new one coming up in July, and that starts July 13th. The other commercial class starts in May 20th. The advanced animation starts May 7th. The dubbing class that's in studio is May 30th and June 6th. I can't believe I'm saying it's June already. The corporate learning class starts April 22nd, and then the dubbing class in New York City is June 2nd. And of course, we have demo reels, and you can pay that in two portions. It's $1,500 a reel, but it's so worth it when you're ready for it. In the meantime, I want to thank everybody for being here. Oh, I think Brick got off, but I urge you to keep studying, and I urge you to really, really. He had a lot of great things to share, and this director is fantastic to work with. I worked with him as an actress, and I work with. I've watched him work. I've worked with him as an adapter, and he's gold. So I'm glad all of you are here today to get a piece of this gold that he offers. So thank you guys for being here, and I love you all. Have a wonderful weekend. Okay, toodaloo.
Thanks, Mimi.
Mm.
Thank
Thanks,
you so
Mimi.
much.
Bye, honey.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thanks, Vim.
Bye, doll.
Good to see you, Mimi.
You too, my darling.
Bye, Mimi.
Mimi.
Oh my God, my kids.
Hi.
Bye.
I miss you.
We miss you.
Yay, turn it on me.